Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Many people have asked many questions. Majority of the questions we have answered in Malayalam, and not merely as answers for the questions, but explanations for the point. Explanation for the doubt in an elaborate way, 10 to 15 minutes. However, for the general public who can understand English, such an elaborate way of explanations are not needed. So, point by point, I will explain in English whatever we have explained earlier in Malayalam through YouTube. First point, in India, the Upanishads tell us that Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am the manifestation and the manipulation of the divine power. The omnipotent, omnipresent divine power present in the nature is manifested through me, and I am like this because of that manifestation and manipulation. But one atheist has critically evaluated and told that Aham Brahmasmi is not correct. Aham Dravyasmi is the correct point. I am the matter. I am the matter. So Aham Brahmasmi is a superstition. It is a retrograding message, whereas the progressive message is Aham Dravyasmi. When we say that Aham Dravyasmi, it simply means that I am the matter. The question simply comes, if a man, a doctor or a scientist ventures to make a man or a cow or a god or a rabbit or even an amoeba, the matters needed for making that particular body, if all the matters are put together, will that aggregate matter will become myself or a cow or a god or a rabbit or a bacteria. If materials are put together, can we create a man? If materials are put together, can we create a cow or a god? The meaning is very clear, the answer is also very clear. So, much beyond the matter, we can see that an omnipotent, omnipresent divine power which we may call it as Jivatma, we can explain it as the part of Paramatma, but still remember that without that, all this matter will never function at all. In a dead body, eyes are there, but it will not work. In the dead body, nose is there, tongue is there, skin is there, brain is there, but something else is lacking. So, without that Brahma Chaitanyam, this physical body will not work. So, definitely I am Dravya, but on the Dravya, something else is also there, without which it will not work. If it is a bulb, the bulb will not give you light without electricity. So, electricity is the power. We call it as Brahma in the human body. Next question about Rigvedam. You know, 3,97,566 letters are there in Rigvedam. 1,93,516 words are there in Rigvedam. It is the oldest literature of human beings. Might have composed long back. 209 or 210 rishis composed variety of mantras. 200 or about 200 rishis composed variety of mantras as adoration to the nature or explanation of the natural phenomenon, or as prayer, or as stuti, or as explanation. Those mantras written by different rishis, the Rishi Vedavyasa Krishna Dvaivayana, or the disciple of Krishna Dvaivayana Vedavyasa, who were born in Vyasa Kula, the Gotra of Vyasa, the clan of Vyasa, they composed these mantras in Rigveda, some of the mantras in Yajurveda, some of the mantras in Samaveda, which can be chanted as Samagana, the common man related mantras in Atharva Veda. So Rigveda is the oldest literature of the human being, starts with the letter A, Agnimile. First letter of Rigveda, A. First letter in the world over. You can see every language in the world starts with A. So Rigveda also starts with the letter A. First word in Rigveda is Agni, fire. Agni, fire, which can give you heat and also light. Agni is the only phenomenon or nature's manifestation in which we can expect heat and light together. That particular Agni is present within our body. We call it as Jadaragni. And the same Agni is present in the sun. Same Agni is present in the matchbox stick at the end in the consolidated form. And that Agni is worshipped first. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, when he was delivering a lecture in Mata Amritanandamayi's college, he chanted the mantra Agni Mile Purohidam Yajnasya Deva Mritvijam Hodaram Ratnadhatamam Agni Purve Virrishi Viridyo Nudanairuta Sadevang Ehavakshati Agnina Rayimasnavat Poshame Vadive Dive Yashasam Viravattamam Agneyam Yajnamatvaram Vishwada Paribhurasi Sayut Deveshu Gacchadi Agnir Hoda Kavikradu Satyaschitrasra Vastamah Devam Deve Devo Deve Vidagamad Yadangadashushe Tomagne Bhadram Karishyasi. That is the Rigveda first part of the mantra. So the Agni which we worship, Agni we adore, we recognize the presence of Agni. So Rigveda is giving variety of devatas in which Agni is also the one which we worship throughout our day and night, knowingly or unknowingly. Next point is, whenever we are doing something, what we should take care of. So many answers are there. First think about what you have to do. American President Franklin has told once, spending 1 hour for thinking will save 23 hours of your work, or will make 23 hours of your work very effective. So thinking of the work, immediately starting the work, then doing the work fully, ending the work, evaluating the work. While thinking about the work, ask 7 questions. While thinking about the work, ask 7 questions. Why should I do that work? When should I do the work? Where should I do the work? How should I do the work? Who am I to do the work? To whom it should be done and how it should be done. Why, what, when, where, who, whom, how. 6 W's and 1 H. 6 W, why, what, when, where, who, whom, 1 H, how should I do that work. So these are the 7 questions we should always keep in our mind. Next question, can you explain Hindu Dharma in few lines? Explaining the ocean in few lines, explaining the mountain in few lines, explaining about earth or cosmic system in few lines becomes impossible practically. But still, if the permission is given only to explain in few lines, we are forced to explain it. Hindu Dharma, only Dharma, or it is not a religion. In fact, Hindu Dharma or Sanatana Dharma means every mother has got a duty, responsibility and privilege which is known as Matra Dharma. Every father has got a duty, responsibility and privilege which is known as Pitra Dharma. Every son, every daughter, they have got a Putra Dharma, Putri Dharma. Every teacher has got a Dharma, Acharya Dharma. Every king has got a Dharma, Raja Dharma. Every minister has got a Dharma, Amatya Dharma. Every citizen has got the Dharma, Paura Dharma. So we have got Matra Dharma, Pitra Dharma, Putra Dharma, Putri Dharma, Bhartra Dharma, Patni Dharma, Paura Dharma, Raja Dharma, Acharya Dharma, which is to be performed by the individuals. It has been clearly mentioned in Dharma Shastra also. So if you are putting all these dharmas together, Matra Dharma plus Pitra Dharma plus Putra Dharma plus Putri Dharma plus etc., that will become Sanatana Dharma. So Sanatana Dharma is the only so-called religion. It is the way of life, as I told you earlier. Only religion which tells you that doing your duty, responsibility and privilege, that is what is to be done. So it is called a Dharma Rajya, Dharmic way of life. Our life goal is Dharma, follow your Dharmic way. Artha, for make money through Dharmic way, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and enjoy your life in a Dharmic way. Moksha, relieve yourself from all the bondages in a Dharmic way. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is Hindu Dharma. The literature of Hindu Dharma, as I told you, the topmost, highest quality, intense knowledge containing Upanishad, just below that Vedas, just below that Valmiki Ramayana, just below that Mahabharata, just below that Puranas. When I say below that, it does not mean inferior. It only means penetrating into the mind of the common man. The Hindus never said only my God is correct, only my God is good, only my God will be saving you. We have never said that. We have never said only our rishis are great, our books are great, only our pathway is correct, all other pathways are bad. We have never told. We have never even ventured or tried to convert people from other religion to our religion. Wherever you are, you enjoy the life, and living a glorious life in this world is the real life. Whether we have got another life beyond after the death, or whether we had another life before our birth, these are all secondary. Making our life here the glorious, so that in the future, in the next Janma, that glorious activity, result and reward will be carried to the next Janma if it is remaining with you. So we can see that Hinduism, variety of way we can explain. We never prayed Bharatiya Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. Our prayer was not Haindavaha Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. We always prayed Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. Let all Christian, let all Muslim, let all the atheist, let all the Buddhist, let all the people in the world over, let them enjoy the life and let them live a happy life. Let them live a pleasurable life. This is what we prayed always. Next point about criticism. Yesterday also one lady wrote to me and said, if you can criticize others, others can criticize you. 100% I agree. I take the freedom to criticize others, and when others take their freedom to criticize me or anybody else, I always consider criticism is the most positive thing in the world. When somebody is criticizing me, they are directly giving me the information about my negatives. When somebody else is appreciating me, They are only motivating me by appreciating my words, for which or from which I am getting little bit of happiness, that's all. That happiness is temporary also. Somebody appreciated me at 4 o'clock, by the next phone call or within 2 minutes, that happiness of the appreciation is out. But if somebody is criticized me at 4 o'clock, then the points told by him, that will be directly pointing to me, to tell me, to show me that these are all the problems that you are demonstrating every day, or you are talking to others every day. So every criticism is like a surgery. Every appreciation is just like an oil bath or sleeping in an AC room, air conditioned room in a hot summer. So surgery, that is the need of the hour for removing our negatives in the body or outside the body. So remember that criticism is the best medicine for curing our mind from negatives. Criticisms by others are the best medicine for solving our problems in our day-to-day lives, which create problem for ourselves. Next point about Mother's Day. Celebrating about the Mother's Day. Let us celebrate any day, no problem. Somebody asked, if India is becoming a Hindu nation, which day will be selected as the holiday? According to Bible, 7th day, which falls in Sunday. Sunday is the holiday in Christian countries and India and everywhere. In Muslim countries, Friday happens to be the holiday generally. But in India, if Hindus with all religious fervor comes to power, which day will become the holiday? The answer was that even the present holiday will be removed and the freedom for taking holiday will be given to the individuals. They can take any day, but no holiday. All 7 days are working days. Because all the 7 days are glorious days for us. So not Sunday, which is the better day. All the 7 days are good days. So there is no question of better or the best or anything like that. All the 7 days will be a working day, individual depending upon his requirement and the need and the problems. He can take holiday any day with the permission of the required agency, just like we are taking casual leave. These days will be given as holidays, so which can be selected according to their choice. So when we celebrate Mother's Day, it gives us once in a year the message that we should worship, we should respect, we should look after our mother. When we celebrate Independence Day, it reminds us the sacrifice done by Indian forefathers for making our nation free from other rulers. So Independence Day reminds us the sacrifice. Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, October 2nd, reminds us how he could change an dependent India to independent India. Every day should have its own positive effect. If that positive effects are not there, there is no meaning in our celebrating a day. Next question, entirely different question. Question connected with the ozone layer. Now the nature has got its own mechanism. Whenever the system in equilibrium is disturbed, the nature will adjust itself in such a way that effect of the disturbance will be nullified. The tsunami blowing is not new. It was there earlier days also. The tornado, the cyclone, the tempest, they are not new to the 21st century. They were there earlier also. Similarly, many of the diseases, many of the natural calamities, these are all part of the Earth's existence. People shouted and people screamed that when the ozone disappears, we will all die. That will happen by 2005. The level of ozone will come down by 30 Dobson unit. It is expected to be 360 Dobson unit. is slowly coming down to 180, 180, 60, and finally it will reach 35 Dobson unit ozone layer. By then the whole life in the earth will be wiped out. During then I was thinking, and now also I am thinking, whatever is happening in the earth, nature knows pretty well that preserving the nature is nature's rule. The system will adjust itself in such a way that effect of the disturbance will be nullified. So we need not bother too much about the ozone layer and other thing. But whatever is destroyed, it cannot be brought back. So never destroy anything. Nature kept all these things. Nature is keeping all these things, not merely for the present human beings. It is meant for the future generation also. So past generation preserved them and handed it over to us. It should be given to the next generation. We are only the protectors and security people for preserving the nature's treasure. Should be handed over whenever we are going out from this life. So we are not the wholesale agency to procure it and sell it and make it money or luxury. We are only preservers, protectors, security people. Utilize little bit, put back more than that, so that it will be ever remaining. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyade. Whether it is ozone, whether it is drought, whether it is flood, whether it is tsunami or breaking of volcanoes or sunstroke, these are all part of nature. Not that these are all new in this 21st century. These were there earlier, it will be there in the future also. Next point, how to teach the children. The best way for teaching the children, come down to their wavelength. Never talk too high. Talk politely, in a figurative way, with a pleasant face, and let it be enjoyable for the teacher, the mother, father and the children. Remember that your child is there 8 hours or 9 hours in the schools. Remember that your child in a working day. Remember that your child is with you for 18 hours or 16 hours. And you have got 1 or 2 children, whereas the teacher has got 40-45 students in their school. So your duty is to make your child good and great. For making your child good, give them stories, experiences, messages, slowly, steadily, in an enjoyable way. After you are practicing whatever you are giving, then only the children will take. First you practice good, then you demonstrate it continuously. That will be an ideal model for the children. So remember that. They will be getting from you not merely the physical body building materials, but mental body building materials also will be available from you, should be available from you. So they should become mentally good, they should become physically great also. Great in the profession and good in the value-based knowledge in the life. A good man, great doctor. Good man, great engineer. A good professor, good man, great professor. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was mentally very good and physically is known as the greatest scientist, missile man. So your children should become great in the profession and good in their mind. Thus, build your children in a very positive way. You have got enough time. When they have got time, you give them the messages. When they are busy in learning in higher schools and colleges, they may not come to you for asking anything. At that time, if you try to teach, not take at all. When they are ready to take, you should be ready to give. When they are not ready to take, you cannot give them at all. Up to 10 year, 11 year, they will be very inquisitive and they will be asking many questions. After that, they will not be asking you any question. They may not be even interested in listening what you are telling. So, teach them in the correct wavelength, in the correct time and the correct way. Let them enjoy your company also. Spend a minimum half an hour with them fully. The mother and father spend Remember that your children has got the freedom to behave and misbehave, and you do not have the freedom to misbehave, because the children came to earth through you, but they have not requested you to bring them to the earth. You, with your own enjoyment and intention, you brought the children to the earth. So they can behave and misbehave, but you cannot misbehave and make them good and great. So next question, can anyone chant mantras? Remember that there are 4 types of mantras. The mantras given in Puranas, anybody at any time can be chanted. Lalita Sahasranamam, Saptashati, Devi Mahatmyam are all Puranic mantra. There are the second type of mantra, Itihasa mantra, Vishnu Sahasranamam, an Itihasa mantra. Anybody can chant at any time. There are Karma mantras. That is only translated version of the action done during the puja or during the spiritual activity. Translation in Sanskrit, Karma mantra. Anybody can modify, anybody can chant it like that. Veda mantra. Veda mantra, the clarity of the mantra and also the swaras of the mantra, the way in which it should be chanted, these are all very, very important. Sharira Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi, Vak Shuddhi, Ahara Shuddhi, Karma Shuddhi are needed. Body should be clean, Sharira Shuddhi, mind should be clean, Manas Shuddhi, food taken in the past and future should be clean, Ahara Shuddhi, using the words it should be clean, Vak Shuddhi, the activities undertaken by you should be positive, Karma Shuddhi. These are needed for Veda chanting, Veda learning. Positively, the Veda mantra should be learnt from a strong guru, otherwise mistakes will be there. Remember that. Learning perfectly is the best method to teach perfectly. Learning wrongly is the worst method to teach wrongly. Once a teacher learns wrongly and teaches wrongly, that will be carried to the next generation also. So remember very nicely 4 mantras. First Karma mantra, Purana mantra, Itihasa mantra, Veda mantra. Karma mantra, Purana mantra, Itihasa mantra, Veda mantra. All the mantras you can chant independent of your caste or religion, vision, viewpoint, atheist or believer. These are all immaterial. But learn thoroughly and try to understand the meaning. Understanding the meaning of Veda mantras, generally difficult. So first learn to read and chant, then you can learn the messages slowly. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.